Shabbat Shalom. This coming Shabbat, we begin the second book of the Torah, the book of Shemot, the book of Exodus. So, of course, this week we read the first Torah portion, also named Shemot, Exodus. In my life, I've met many people with the name Shifra. Many. 3 or 4 people who were given the name Shifra. I have, as of yet, to meet somebody who was given the name Pua. Always a little funny to me which biblical names survive and which don't. Shifra and Pua, of course, are the Egyptian midwives who are given the directive from the evil Pharaoh to take every Jewish baby, specifically the males that is born, and to kill them. Pharaoh, we know, is very concerned that the children of Israel are going to rise up against him and take over the land of Egypt, and so he gives this edict to the midwives. As the story goes, for whatever reason, Shifra and Pua decide not to do this. As the text tells us, there is some form of a spirit of God in them, and because they decide not to kill the Jewish babies, ultimately, as the text tells us, God rewards them. Our commentators, our rabbis of the Talmud as well, quickly point out that Shifra and Pua are in fact Miriam and Yocheved, Moses' mother and sister, not Egyptian midwives who are helping the children of Israel out of the goodness of their heart. I understand this explanation, but I'm not buying it. To me, the text is what the text says it is. Shifra and Pua, 2 Egyptian midwives who just have a spirit of God in them, or if you will, a spirit of understanding what is good and what is not. They just know, deep inside themselves, deep in their gut, deep in their kishka, that what the Pharaoh is asking them to do is wrong. And so they don't do it. I don't know why the commentators move away from seeing them as Egyptian midwives. Perhaps they wanted to close ranks and show this story as, in its entirety, as simply being a function of the children of Israel and their ability to escape. But to me, when we look at the text in its literal meaning and we say that Shifra and Pua were in fact non-Jewish midwives who just simply knew what the right thing to do was, it's a much more beautiful story. We in the Jewish world don't have the monopoly on what is good in the world, and in fact, if we truly are, as we constantly command, or as we constantly say, a light unto the nations, then part of being that light is recognizing all of the righteous people that aren't Jewish and all that they bring to the world, and not only seeing it, but bringing it into our lives as well. In that way, Shifra and Pua are Jewish heroes, even though they themselves may not have been Jewish. Shabbat Shalom.